Very glad that you guys decided to join us tonight. Thank you all for being here. This is our first show in I don't know, since we got back from Hawaii maybe? We go to play some shows on the Big Island in January, February, kind of strategically at that time of year, you know. We do have a song on our album called, it's written by a friend who's originally from Skokie, actually, but it's called I Winter in Chicago, and it's kind of ironic because, you know, the last few years we've
we try hard not to winter in Chicago.
Do you want to, should we play that? Or?
No.
No, okay.
Let's
so, we're out of it. We're out of it.
We don't need to think about that.
It's just bad memories.
All things must pass.
Let's do The Potter's Face.
Okay.
So this actually is the first song we ever worked on together. And then that work just...
Remotely.
Remotely. When I was somebody else, somewhere else, and Christina sent me this song, and I worked really, really hard on this keyboard part, and I really liked it, and then it just sat on some hard drive for a few years. And then we released it. It's on the only album that we released last year together. And, it got groovier. The more it got produced, the more now it's like it's like a very kind of darkish song that's groovy. And that was the thing. Christina was worried that it was too groovy. So.
Yeah, I was like, this is so groovy. No one's gonna be in a state of angst and despair anymore.
So if you like dancing and despair, this is like a song.
Like crying. Okay.
Once I bought truth worth its weight in gold. Black and white turn into gray as I grow. The doctors are sick, the teachers don't know, the merchants can't sell what the farmers can't grow. The problems aren't solved, the solutions don't work. The medicine is poison, but I drink because I thirst. I reveal, oh reveal what is real. Can one know, or is it concealed? The seers are blind, the sages are daft, the servants have surrendered to the strong who draft the facts. Buried in judgment, is there one I can trust when a blanket of ignorance is covering all of us? All Oh, the gods are invisible, the prophets are dead. I listen to the silence when too much has been said. I'm a river that knows not from whence it came. I am a valley that drinks but knows not the rain. I am the billowing smoke that knows not the flame. I am the unfinished vessel that hasn't seen the potter's face. The potter's face.
Yeah, same key and everything, right? Just about.
Very brief.
Yeah.
Well done. Yeah, well done.
How'd you guys plan that?
Yeah, right? What do you know? Oh, man, one of the Mondays before that.
It's all beyond our control.
Yes, it is beyond stars. Let's do it.
Yeah.
So I have a book of dreams back there that I wrote unintentionally, and that's where I started writing songs. I started writing songs in my dreams, and that's how I knew that I could write songs, because I was asleep and dreaming them. And it took me many years to get songs out of my dreams, and that was the problem. Because it's very easy to dream because you're asleep, and then as soon as you wake up, it all sort of falls apart as to why it was interesting and what was so important about that thing. And so it took me a long time to start writing songs. But I had the sense that I could, because I was just asleep while I was doing it. And so it was like a very private experience to be convinced that I was a songwriter, but I couldn't actually play any songs for anyone because they were all in my head when I was asleep. So this is one of those songs that I got part of it out. I dreamt the chorus entirely. The whole song was produced, and I was just listening to it, and it's language that I wouldn't use, but I had to use it because it was that's how it was. And so I woke up with the chorus, and then I had to wake up and write the verses. And so this is one of those songs. They say that here on earth, God's work is our own, but not even the holy man can make this world his home. When he stands upon a mountaintop and give a word to kill, how can he bend that moral arc? It's sharp and made of steel. Still he keep on trying. Get up that hill. If we don't make it, the Lord will. And if we don't make it, the Lord will. it was a song inspired by Saturday Night Live. From the 70s, that was really one of my musical educations, was the last moment of Saturday Night Live where they'd have the closing before the person would come out and say thanks to everyone for coming and whatnot, and there would be this sort of gospel electric piano sound that I thought, what is that? All right, I'm gonna just go on the internet for a sec, so no worries.
What's next, Tim?
Let's do that.
You guys sound great.
Right? Like the mix is like perfect.
Oh,
Usually they have both vocals.
I wish I could take credit for that. You know?
That's great.
This is great. This is the best thing about these guys is they did their own sound.
Yeah, it's spot on.
Yes, you guys. You guys are great. That's what I'm trying
Well,
to say.
thanks.
That's my point.
We got we've saved our mix, so it's we don't have to redo it every single time. So.
Yeah.
Hey. Now, you could have taken more credit than that, right?
yeah.
This is.
I don't even know if we were the ones. We had a pro sound.
No,
friend.
no.
Was that his mix?
No, this is mine.
That's your mix. Okay.
It's mine. Yeah.
You can at least
Don't
take
give it
credit
to
for
the
that.
person.
No. So I did. Christina prevailed upon me to do ancestry to give my DNA to the powers that be, so they can do whatever it is that they're doing. And I learned in this that I was significantly Irish, which I didn't know, and because my mom's family was Italian, I grew up in Rhode Island, and it was like I thought I was Italian, and
You are partly.
well, yeah, 50%. But and it's an interesting thing about like parental DNA is that you only get you get parts of each, and so like my sister doesn't have any Irish, but I have a significant part of my DNA is Irish and Scottish, which she isn't and I am, and so that all came from my father. We just got different parts of my father, and so it sort of probably didn't solve this mystery, but it solved the mystery in my head, which was why at certain points I would write Celtic songs. Just when I was trying to do something else, and I would end up writing a Celtic song, and this was one of those songs where I was trying to finish some other song, which I never finished, and I don't remember what it was now, and it's somewhere. It's a song I never finished, some out there, and instead I wrote this song. I sat down to finish a different song, and I wrote this song instead, and it was one of those Celtic songs that just happened. And we were playing at a place called Boyd's Jig and Reel in Knoxville, Tennessee, and Knoxville is in Appalachia, and very music-oriented town, and this is a Scottish-Irish pub, which is a really beautiful old building. This is old Knoxville, it's all brick, and we were parked in our RV, kind of stealth camping under the interstate, and next to Boyd's Jig and Reel, and I asked them, is this a jig or a reel?
I said neither.
They said, it's a ballad. Ready?
Back in the winter, before spring had bloomed, I met a young lady I took for the moon. We were told in the gates, cold in the night, and she shared her radiance and I danced in the light. Maybe neither of us know quite what's what's the door? Step lightly, sister, I'll step lightly too. In the fog, in the rust, this is all that is true. Step lightly, sister, I'll step lightly too. Step lightly, sister, I'll step lightly too. Like a flame to its creature, she guided my mind. And when I went to meet her, I went once upon a time to the tune I was playing. One hand flying free to the song, and the sing made a reality. What's the door? Step lightly, sister, I'll step lightly too. In the fog, in the rust, this is all that is true. Step lightly, sister, I'll step lightly too. Step lightly, sister, I'll step lightly too. As the full of the evening gives birth to the dawn, so the round we were weaving came soon enough gone. We returned to our wending, each to our way. All the time shapes our endings, rough hew as we may. What's the door? Step lightly, sister, I'll step lightly too. In the fog, in the rust, this is all that is true. Step lightly, sister, I'll step lightly too. Step lightly, sister, I'll step lightly too. Step lightly, sister, I'll step lightly too.
Great choice of cable. Way up there like that, you sound like two completely different instruments.
Yeah, I can't really play the mandolin, and I don't have one if I could, so I thought this is about as close as I'm going to get here. What a killer.
No, let's do.
Okay.
I just want to stay in the Celtic vein for this.
Okay.
Just to prove the point. This is kind of a mixture of the Celtic and dream songs, and that this is a song that came out of a dream. It was a Star Trek dream.
And the father's side of your family.
Yeah, it came out of as Captain Kirk was kind of a surrogate father for me as a child. He was always there at 5 o'clock Eastern. So I guess it was 4 to 5 Eastern. I would always watch Star Trek before dinner, and I was very, very taken with Captain Kirk. And when I was growing up, I had sort of 3 ideas about who I could be, and it was Doctor Who, or Captain Kirk, or one of the Beatles. And of those, one of the Beatles was the most realistic. So anyway, this was one of those. It was a Star Trek dream, and it was Captain Kirk and I were waiting to get on a sailing ship, and it was the 1700s. It was like a time travel episode, and we're waiting to get on a sailing ship. And the thing is I'm really terrified of the ocean, so I was frightened. I was waiting with him, and he said, the secret is that you have to just not be afraid. And I was like, I had no idea how to not be afraid. And he gave me his secret to courage. And I woke up and I wrote it into this song. So I'm going to share it with you.
Secret for success at work. A man can't be nervous, no man can't be scared. When his death threatens, oh, a man couldn't care. And I looked at him and I had to confess that I had not the courage of a man such as this. My legs grow unsteady and my heart starts to race. I shake all over if my death I should face. Drink whiskey, my boy, drink whiskey, McCoy. When others are crying, you be jumping for joy. Drink whiskey, my boy, drink whiskey, McCoy. When others are crying, you be jumping for joy. Just like mine, mine carried clothes in my mother's old rug. Oh, what's in his was a 5-gallon jug. In the brown water I fancy I spied a lovely brown maiden with a love in her eye. The bravest of men, all the heroes of old. My life like a tale awaiting to be told. Drink whiskey, my boy, drink whiskey, McCoy. When others are crying, you be jumping for joy. Drink whiskey, my boy, drink whiskey, McCoy. When others are crying, you be jumping for joy. When others are crying, you be jumping for joy.
So I think Captain Kirk got mixed up with my dad. Inevitable, really. All right, let's do something else.
How about Killer?
No, let's do something where you sing.
How are we doing on time? Should we-
I don't know. How are we doing on time?
Keep playing, that's all I can. Anybody want that to keep playing?
Hours! No, I'm just kidding. No, please no. Okay.
It's been so long, we don't even know anymore.
Do you want to do the sickness? No.
Let's do another child.
Okay.
This is a song that's on our record, and it's a song that I wrote that Christina sings, and that she started singing it as a joke because I was figuring out a different way to play it on the keyboard, and different from how I wrote it, and so I was just playing it around the house, and I didn't really know how to sing it in that way, in the way that I was playing it. And so she started to sing it jokingly and walking around as I was playing. And I said, no, that's it. You have to sing that. And so she said no. But then I convinced her we would just do it as a joke. And so now it's on the record up there.
Here's to you, another child of history, bleeding through another broken family. May the sins of the father come clean in the sun of another day just begun. Here's to you, another child of history, leading to the arms of unknown company. May you find the highway you see, come and run from another day just begun. From another day just begun. May your footsteps now bend to the places that get you and call you a friend. And may the force of love be all around you in the end. Here's to you, another child of history, free to choose among your hopeless fantasies. May you love so madly as to be the only one on another day just begun. On another day just begun. On another day just begun.
Wow. Yeah, that was great.
Yeah. Thank you.
Sure.
Good song, Tim.
there anything anyone wants to talk about? 'Cause let's do, Christina has a whole other musical life that doesn't have to do with me. And let's do one song from that. Let's do The Wake of Your Desire.
Okay. All right. This is a single I released in October or so, under just my name, which is Christina Eltred Vogue. Yeah, I just released. Oh, that's the wrong one. Anyway, I just released another song called Bushels, and that was a few weeks ago. And yeah.
It's a big hit in India.
Yeah, actually, Chicago has dropped out of the top 10 for streams. Now it's all about Australia right now in the top cities.
Far
So I don't know.
We'll get you back.
Thanks. Yeah, you guys right here. Gonna bring Chicago back into the top 10. Okay. 1, 2.
You are sitting out to sea, but you don't know how to swim. You are hoping to be saved if you ever did fall in the wake of your desire. I am far from where I used to be. In the wake of your desire, I am closer to where I'm trying to be.
So that reminded me of a different song of mine that I'm trying to get Christina to sing, so I'm going to force her to sing it now.
Ooh, what song is that?
It's called Everybody's Hero.
Oh boy.
So I once had an idea about making money with music. It's like this is a sort of a delusive thought that attacks the brain of songwriters periodically in their lives, and they suffer from it for a while and then they're cured. But there was this time when I was suffering from the idea that I was going to make money writing songs, and so I did what a lot of people do: is I enrolled in a class online, and so I gave somebody else made money off my dream of making money,
And they're like, you know what you really got to do is start a class.
It's something I've realized for a long time, that that's actually the way to make money in music, is to give classes to other people who want to make money in music. But at the time, I wasn't clear, and so I enrolled in this class, and it was a class about writing songs for movies and commercials and shit like that, and it was a class that really taught me that I was not going to write music for commercials, because the process of doing it was so soul crushing that I figured I could crush my soul in other ways. But there was a prompt, every month or whatever, we'd get a prompt to write this song. And I wrote a few songs, of which I think they're actually pretty good songs, but they're totally forgotten or off in a file somewhere. But this one was a song. The prompt was a hero, was like your hero, and for me, the hero that came to my mind was Randy Newman. And the reason Randy Newman was my hero was because he wrote songs that said things that was not easy to say at all. It was actually kind of perilous, and it wasn't like, because a lot of times when you make art that makes you look good. It's hard to make art that makes you look questionable. And what I really appreciated with Randy Newman is that he wrote songs that made him questionable. And so that was where this song came from. It was I was writing a song to Randy Newman as my hero.
What questionable songs?
Well, Rednecks, for example, is the most questionable of his songs. But Short People was just a questionable. I mean, it was kind of jokey. Like, it was clear that it was kind of tongue in cheek. Rednecks is not so clear that it's tongue in cheek. Because it's not tongue in cheek. It's actually this very complex perspective to not be horrified by. And Sail Away was actually the first Randy Newman song that I was impressed upon. Before I knew who Randy Newman was, and I just heard this song, and it's a sort of song which is written from the perspective of a slave trader luring a slave onto a person who they would enslave onto the ship. So, anyway, you would not get any of this from the song itself.
No, not at all.
This is a song called Everybody's Hero. You can say it.
bad all night, but the sleep I missed, it kept dragging me on. Recommended you to bed right, right.
My hero, he ain't like a hero. No, he don't wear a mask or a cape. Some people say he's a zero. Some say that he's second rate. But we've all got our own kind of heroes. Yeah, we all got our own fight to face. Even if your hero's a weirdo, everybody's hero still got a place.
Clark Kent, he played the lonely ace reporter every day from 9 to 5. His father told him that to serve the world he ought to take a part in all of that jive, jive. He went to work, yes, he hid his real feeling in a secret identity. But for me, that don't work, you see, needs some real healing. Got to wear my heart on my sleeve.
Yeah, my hero, he ain't like a hero. No, he don't wear a mask or a cape. Some people say he's a zero. Some say that he's second rate. But we've all got our own kind of hero. Yeah, we all got our own fight to face. Even if your hero's a weirdo, everybody's hero still got a place.
Yes, even if your hero's a weirdo, everybody's hero still got a place. Yes, even if your hero's a weirdo, everybody's hero still got a place.
Oh, thanks so much. You know, I'm not surfing the internet. Trust me. Okay. The first show that Christina and I played together was on the Big Island, where we had gone to play in a different band, which was songs written by a friend of mine who's now deceased, who was born in Skokie, or what is it, Skokistan? Evanston.
Yeah.
I think he was actually born in Skokie. But in all his songs, it's Chicago. He doesn't ever say, I don't think there's ever any Skokie. But since we're so close to Skokie, and it's so rare that we happen to be playing so close to where we should play one of those songs. This is a song of his, which is called Heartland, which is also on the record that we made. His name was Ben Bachner. I met him in Eugene, Oregon, where he had moved to be a hippie. Back when hippies were a thing. Hippies aren't a thing anymore. I just want to let you know, as a person who lived in Eugene for 20 years, the hippie is no more. There's still the tie-dye exists, and you could probably find patchouli or whatever. And the Grateful Dead, certainly there's still a Grateful Dead show that happens every day, or every week at least, on the public radio station. But the hippie is no more. I can tell you. Well, you know, all good things must pass, or all things must pass, or perhaps it was all just created by the intelligence agencies. Hard to say. But there is still a hippie festival in Eugene, Oregon. We're going back there to work, to program music for a stage there. It's called the Oregon Country Fair. It was started by Ken Kesey and the Grateful Dead in order to fund the creamery, the dairy creamery that the Kesey family was trying to start to support themselves. And it succeeded, and it also spawned this festival where people still dress up as if hippies were still a thing. So you can still go there and imagine for a moment, but I can tell you on good authority that it's not true. Okay, the song is called Heartland. It's about the Midwest here.
Winters, they can be so long out on the northern plain, and the nights can last forever. Wait for spring to come again. Our collars clutched against the wind, and our house is closed up tight. Yeah, we keep our sorrows to ourselves, emotions out of sight. We keep our sidewalks shoveled and our loved ones near at hand, till the snow begins to fall out in the till the snow begins to thaw out in the heartland. Sky's the color of the prairie, prairie's the color of the sky. Man, it's been so long since I kissed your lips, we both forget to try. I meant to tell you something before we went to bed. Yeah, but then I guess I lost my nerve, and I let it go unsaid. I'm just waiting for the moment, and I know you'll understand when the snow begins to thaw out in the heartland. When the snow begins to thaw out in the heartland. Last night I thought I heard it. I felt something start to crack. I just lay there in the darkness, feeling the life come rushing back. Something broke inside of me, some hard thing that had formed. And I watched the sun come rising up like a baby being born. Now I know that spring is coming. It'll spread across the land when the snow
Thank you guys. Thanks so much.
One of the great songs on earth, I think. So we're gonna do one more song, and thanks for being here. It's nice after that insane driving experience. Seriously, driving is like one of those things that makes you lose your faith in humanity.
So true.
Or just wish that law enforcement were in the right place at the right time. So I got across 5 lanes of traffic at 70 miles an hour with traffic up. It was like, I can't believe you just did that. So pointless. Anyway. We're gonna do one more song. It's called One Planet. It's a song that I dreamed. Another song where I wrote this the chorus entirely. I just dreamed it, and I thought I'll write the rest of this song later. I'll just figure out the chorus here, and then I'll write the song later. I'll figure that out. And then before I got out of bed, I thought that's just a bad idea. I'll just write the whole song. I won't get out of bed, and so I just wrote, instead of writing the dream down and then translating the dream into verse, I just wrote the dream as verses. And so this is just, it's a dream which records my one moment in life that I was temporarily enlightened. I was enlightened once in a dream for a couple seconds, and I was enlightened because I was homeless in this dream, and I had a homeless friend, and we lived in an abandoned building that had no roof. And I realized in the dream that all emotional states were interconnected, in that the sort of delusion or the flaw in human thinking is to think that you can have one without the other, that think you can have happiness without sadness, and that attempt to fixate on particular emotional states and to reject other emotional states was the problem. And that to represent this, I drew the orbit of the Earth around the sun on this big piece of paper that we happen to have. And it was the tilt to the axis that created the different emotional states that were the seasons. And once I finished this drawing and we both looked at it together, I sort of had this flash of light, and I felt like I don't know if I understood everything, but I felt like I understood everything that you needed to understand for a moment. And then I heard this chorus. And so that's this chorus of this song. And it's called One Planet, and it's the name of the record that we made. Do you want to play the guitar?
No, yeah,
No, yes.
yes.
Okay.
Inside a tree